So author starts this chapter in a way that I'm introducing you to the one of the best friend, like that the author has started. So most of the great achievers, they are with this friend. The friend is nothing but Big Mo. Big Mo is a friend. He is your best friend who gives you all the success. So you can't feel him or you can't see him, but you can definitely know him when he is with you. So, and you can't count on more if you don't have put some efforts into it. Okay, you just invite him, it won't come. He won't come. Like big momentum, we won't come. So you need to give your 100%, and what we need to give and how we need to go with that to get that big momentum. Here we are going to study in this chapter. No one can catch you if once the big moment or big mo comes to your party, no one can catch you. So success will be on the skies, like it will go like anything. So no one can catch you when you have him. So that is the thing we are going to study, like how we can catch big momentum. So what are the things associated with that? Here we are going to learn, like harnessing the power of big momentum. So Murthy sir used to say these words, law of inertia. So what is the Newton's first law? That is nothing but law of inertia. It states that objects at rest stay at rest unless acted upon outside force, and the object which tend to be in motion will be in the motion unless the outside force stops it, right? So in the same way, here the author explains with an example, merry-go-rounds. You heard about it. Here you can see in the picture, right? The children in the parks also, they'll play with this kind of thing. So in this, the first step when we start, like we want to move that round, right? So many people, like 4 to 5 people, they can stay and they can go round and round like that. But to start that round, at least one person from the ground, he need to move with extra force. He need to be moving, and the first step is always difficult, right? The first move when you want to go round merry-go-rounds, though, so he will be moving like using so much energy. Once it starts slowly moving, so then like it starts very very slow, and once it picks up that momentum, it speeds up like anything, then you can go inside that round and you can enjoy that ride. Even though you are not working that hard, you will be enjoying with your friends, right? So in the same way, progress is always slow. The first step is always difficult. You will be thinking sometimes like this much pressure or this much work we should be doing. These are the questions you will be getting. The first person, like when we are moving that merry-go-rounds also, the person who is moving also will be thinking that this is going to be nowhere. I can't move this merry-go-round, right? In the same way, while we are picking that momentum also, it takes a lot of time. So it takes like once it picks up that big momentum, then everyone joins like with us and the party starts. That's how the success growth. So the first step is hard. Always do remember it needs some extra force. So here the author explains that rocket ship launches also. Initially, when the rocket ship is launching, so it needs a lot of fuel. It's fuel is a kind of energy, right? So in the same way, so putting less effort, like once that state of gravitation we call, right? So when it escapes from the gravitation, so it needs very less amount of effort, and it travels more distance with the same amount of fuel. So putting less effort give more result. So when it escapes from the state of gravitation, even though we put small effort also, it is already into the space very fastly. It would be moving. So momentum works both ways. Like in the positive way, like you have developed all the positive things, like you are winning each and every state and you are in the positive mode, definitely you will get huge success. And in the same way, you are in the negative mode, like I'm getting always very low, I'm getting always losses, when I'm getting always loses. The same way, negative momentum also works. You will be at down the earth if you are thinking in that way. So momentum works in the positive way, momentum works in the negative way. So you can see that, you can observe in our society, communities also, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, the happy person get more happy, luckier person gets more luckier. In the same way, momentum works in the positive and the negative mode as well. More time you spend sitting on the couch make you more lazy. More sugar you eat, making you more craves for sugar, right? So if you do perfectly diet and you concentrate more on the health, you concentrate more on the skin, definitely you crave to be more perfect than normal. The same way, if you leave your body to to somewhere and you are not concentrating on your looks and everything, it goes in vain. Like it is a negative momentum. Let's start now. So you need to think that you need to be taking the decision right now, and you should be thinking in a positive momentum way, and you should be fearing that whether it is taking to you in the negative side or positive side. Each decision you make, each act you act upon, you need to decide whether it is going to take nearer to my goals or it is taking away farther to my goals. Whether it is a negative, there is only two momentums, negative momentum and positive momentum. You always need to think whether I'm going towards positive momentum or negative momentum. Yeah. So coming to the next part. Yes. So let's invite big momentum to the party. Like how we can invite big momentum to our life. So you need to make new choices based on goals. There are a lot of goals for us. Like while coming into the community also, we set lot of goals. So we have written them, we have vision with board, everything will be there, right? So making the new choices for that goals, we forget in between. Right? You need to make new choices, and these new choices, you need to put them work in a positive behavior way. Okay, you need to put that choices which you have, for example, you have selected to write daily discipline. So that is a positive impact which makes us nearer to our goal, right? So like whatever goal we have. So you need to put into action to behave, to make you behave in a positive way, and repeating those healthy actions to establish a new habit. That's what we have learned in the previous chapters. So repeating those healthy actions like daily discipline, if you want to write, then you need to repeat it very frequently so that it become your habit, and build routine. So routine is up to where we have learned like how to build a new habit and make that habit as a routine. And there is a thing called after routine rhythm. So that is what this momentum is. So when the routines are working in a rhythm, like every single day you are making routine and you are enjoying it. Rhythm is something I feel that we are enjoying that routine. Right? So when you feel that you are enjoying that routine and staying consistent over long enough time so that you could enjoy that, definitely the big momentum starts. So these are clearly explained like how we can get closer to our goal. Yes, so here author has given some examples. This example Murthy sir also explained once. Michael Phelps, he's a swimmer who has won 28 Olympic medals. So, and in that 23 are gold medals, right? So what he has done, he has developed powerful routines which became rhythms to him. So they are built like consistently by performing the better each single day, and even though it is on the match day or there is no match or 1 year before the match also, he is doing the same routine, consistent effort he is putting with the help of coach Bowman. So how this thing has started, like momentum has started, he has put how this winning has started to him. For Michael Phillips means here the author explained one example. So his coach Bowman gave him a target when he wins like half an hour before. Means not half an hour, 10 minutes before he will win that race. Then he can visit to the nearby, like there is a dance program, I think so, in a school or like party. He can attend that. So putting that input, Michael Phillips has finished and fetched that momentum. Okay, and he never stopped, and consistently he used to do some routines, and which became very much rhythmic to him. So in the same way, when like it takes some time to pick up that rhythm as well. So in the same way, when Apple has launched iPod, so the Apple was not the first company to launch iPod actually. But what happened? Because of its simple, cool, easy techniques and how user-friendly things which they have adopted as a company, putting consistent efforts and everything. So they have like developed user-friendly thing, and iPod catched that people's pulse, and they have developed the PCs also now, and Apple has picked up the momentum, and it is the number one company in the world. Okay, but first 2 to 3 years, it is in the negative profits. It used to, like in the first year it is minus 33, second years minus 2, and third year it is 18. But what it has invested in the first year in the beginning was 30% of the revenue growth it has invested in the evolution, like in the programs to develop that. Right? It has not evolved in the first year. Apple didn't become the number one company. In the same with the Google and YouTube also. So every company which has developed, which is number one now, it has inhibited some habits, disciplines, routines, and mainly consistency. Consistency were the keys. There is nothing like they are more talented, they are more something. No, if they are successful, they are consistent in their work. So the difference between the successful person and non-successful person or company is it's not being consistent. Once we are consistency is the key. Once we are consistent, definitely we each single day we are like at least 0.001% nearer to our goal. Right? When it is cumulative, then compound effect there is. Yes. So they built routines, that's what I was explaining. They built routines, rhythms, and developed consistency of performance. Their habits, disciplines, routines, and consistency were key that unlock the momentum for each, and they become unstoppable. So that's what consistency make them unstoppable. So they have developed everything without any fail. Habits, discipline, routines, consistency. This is the way to big momentum. What is routine power? Actually, we all have thoughts, we all have what to do, we all know what to do, how to do everything, but we fail in the system of execution. So we know everything, but we fail to execute them. So new attitude should be real. So whatever we know, like we know how to write this daily discipline, we know how to talk to people, and we know what to do to become successful. Like I am like telling this as a core thing. So if we know everything to become core, but we don't execute them, we don't develop that attitude or that discipline or routine to develop that rhythm. So develop a routine for each habit. So whatever habit you have, develop that routine. Do it every single day. Greater the challenge, more rigorous over the routine should be. Means your challenge is core, then yes, your daily discipline or routine should be in some extent. If your goal is like you want to become a diamond, if say, so then you should be having more rigorous routine. And when we go to the military root camp also, they concentrate only on the small things for the individual kids. They tell you to fold your bed blanket, they tell you to be on time, they tell you to trim your hair, nails and be sharp, and they tell you being conscious. because in the battlefield everyone should be very cautious even in the midst of that tension or that war phase. Everyone should be staying alert, right? So they develop that attitude. So developing routine of predictable daily disciplines prepare you fight in life. You know, like what will be happening today, right? At least you need to be developing that routine. So waking up, doing your things, what are your goals, what fetch to your goals, everything you know. So at least if you are like developing that routine for a single day, definitely you can fight in your life, and that's how you can get to your goal. Here, the author has explained about two players, golfer Jack Nicklaus. Actually, when Jack Nicklaus game was studied by a psychiatrist, they have observed one thing. So what they have observed that in a golf they use that stick ball and they pick up from the bag, everything would be there, right? So they observed the match of Jack Nicklaus. They have seen that everything for a one shot, for one shot to 20 shots they have observed, like 18 shots they have observed. The first shot, how much time he has taken, take 25 seconds. So 25 seconds he has took, like taking out the ball, seeing the distance, intermediate goal, then final goal, setting up that stick, everything. So that 20 seconds for each shot he has maintained for 20 shots as well. There is no change at least 1 second also, because they have he has developed that routine. He knows where to hit, he knows how to hit, he knows when to hit, right? So that is the routine he has developed. Whereas when we observe this Norman who has failed in some matches, when we observe, the psychiatrist has observed that each shot it is different, each single shot it is different, so that's how he failed. Okay, and we can observe in football players also pre-kicks routines would be there. They feel that they are mentally stable and that pressure will go away and predictability will improve that player capacity. Actually, even though they have practiced thousands of times also, they do this pre-kick routines to develop that kind of routine in them. In the same way, pilots also each single time when they like fly a flight, they always check pre-flight checklist, like how the even though the plane has performed normally and given nice route, like nice trip also, they will recheck them. So they recheck them, and definitely it will help you. Sorry, it will help pilot to center and prepares him to for the upcoming performance of the flight. Okay, so it will help him to prepare for the journey. So these are the things which were done by some of the high achievers, and high achievers not only have good habit but develop consistent routines for carrying daily disciplines. Routine is exceptionally powerful. So it's not the talent, as I said, it is the routine which is very, very powerful. We have heard that. So practicing 1,000 kicks is way more less than practicing one kick 1,000 times. So routine, which is consistent, which is act as a rhythm to your life, definitely it is more powerful. Take a moment and review your goals. You just take the today as a moment and just review your goals and what you are doing to reach nearer to your goals. So just for 10 to 15 minutes at the end of the day, spend by yourself and write it down what are your goals, like monthly, quarterly, yearly, and just check like how you are reaching towards it. So here author has developed bookend our days, like your days, a system wherein he has some schedules, like how he has developed and how he used to be his mornings, evenings. He has explained one routine. I just want to brush it up. So the key to world class endurance. So you want to become like a world famous nutritionist or world famous something, then your action should be in the same way. To build your performance around world-class routine is the key. Get hold on where your day starts and where your day ends. So just think about, not in the middle, I'm saying just the day, first 3 hours, and the day ends the last 3 hours, where it is taking to you, like where it is ending. So it makes you understand the power and importance of building your new behavior into disciplined routines. Okay, so coming to the next, here the author has explained his schedule. Let me give some points from his schedule. So he in the morning, so he'll be like the first thing the author will be doing the first 8 to 10 seconds of his day. Whenever he opens eyes, the first thing he would be is very very grateful for the life. So world act at us in a different way when we are grateful. Well, when we are complaining like naake enduku ila jarugutundi, naake enduku ila idi avutundi. So when you are complaining in that way, definitely it is not in the grateful mode. So you are just complaining the nature. The world acts in the differently opposite way. When you are grateful, then definitely the feeling of gratitude makes you more perfect and it attracts more of abundance to your life. And he sends love to someone wishing for their best. So he selects some like anyone, it may be friend, relative, co-worker, or someone from the street, from the supermarket when he has met. So he just sends some love to that person, wishing him that he should be the best, or his life should be the best. Like that positive messages he would be saying. For that note, if we want to send that love, I thought there are so many people. We can share that and we can feel more gratitude and we can feel more positive. So think after that, he would be thinking number one goal and decide what he can do. Three things to get to closer to that goal. If say if you have a goal of reaching core, right? So just think of three things which makes you closer to the goal and just write it down. These three things you should be doing at any cost. So that is the decision the author has taken. Setting time for exercise, yes, and you should be developing that as a routine. So you need to be doing it consistently and setting like if I was applying this actually. So setting alarm clock to the social media only that YouTube is logging after half an hour, Instagram is logging after 15 minutes. I can't even open that. So like that you can like set the things short which are not taking you to the goal, and 15 minutes to calibrate our day means it's a kind of scheduling. You can give 15 minutes and just think of your day and write it down and brush out topmost goals, that is like quarterly, which we were doing in our daily discipline. So our goals, quarterly goals, 6 months goals, 1 year goals, monthly goals, week goals, and day goal is in the calibrate your day goal. Okay, so and check with team. Yes, we have team. Author is also having team, so he will be checking the mails, go and everything, and he will be checking with the team as well. And the most valuable priorities of the day he will be setting out, and he will be doing it at any cost. Whatever interventions would be there in a day, but these most valuable priorities he will be doing at any cost. So that is the thing he is doing for scheduling the day. And the night routine, he will be cash out means what are the spendings he has made and how he has spent his day also, like amount he has spent and the day he has spent, he will be cashing out and compare our plan for the day and how did it went. So does it went as if I have planned or something I have missed out? So if I have missed out, what I can add the action part which make this more productive, and subtract the things which doesn't mean to get to the goal. So I'll be adding, I'll be subtracting, and I'll be planning for the tomorrow. That's what Arthur was saying. And book reading. Yes, the last half an hour book reading and is very very important because our brain process last information before the sleep. So you need to feed your brain with all the information which need to be processed in that 8 hours or 6 hours or 7 hours sleep, not the reels or whatever things negative. If you feed your brain with all that negativity, definitely your brain is going to suffer that 6 to 7 hours sleep or 5 hours sleeps which you are doing. So better to fill with all the positive things in your brain before you sleep. Control your day. You can start and finish strong. Definitely. If you control your day, you can start very fresh and you can finish it very strong way. Let's shake it up. It means that you sometimes feel if you have same routine, same thing, same schedulings, you will feel sometimes bored, right? If you feel bored, big momentum is not hitting you. It won't show you. Definitely. You need to be happy. That's what our coaches also says. You need to stay happy. You need to be enjoying every bit of the scheduled thing which you have done. So make it in a way so exciting, and you need to be liking your schedule, because at last it is your schedule. You need to like it, right? You need to enjoy it. You need to own it. You need to make it as your baby, so that you should not neglect your schedule. You can interrupt in a way you can reach your goal. Interpret actually. Like in a way, different way. It's not like the same way it will reach your goal. For example, so here author has said about the exercise. So if you want to be fit and strong, it need not that always you need to be doing stretches. You can do some other lunges, or you can do weights, and you can do some other exercises which excites you, right? It's not always the same boring routine. You need to change the different ways. So if you have like sometimes I feel that reading book is not like interesting, then I put like earpod and I listen to some knowledgeable podcast. So that is also giving me some knowledge, right? But in a different way. So you need to try in that way. So you should be excited, and at the end of the day you need to be happy with the schedule. Yeah, I'll take next like 5 to 10 minutes. Half an hour is done. But yeah, so getting into rhythm is very, very, very important. So routine is different and rhythm is different actually. So yeah, so after routine, rhythm starts. So once your daily disciplines have become a routine, you are creating steps towards rhythm. So when you create like yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly rhythms, then you are welcoming big momentum. See here in locomotive, like steam locomotive, author has explained an example when it is at rest. Okay, one small wood piece when we keep before the first wheel, it takes lot of energy to move from there. Lot of steam it need to be consumed, lot of time it takes, but just a piece of wood. But once it picks up its momentum, once it is in the way of momentum, a big steel wall also it will break and it will go away. So that's how the momentum works. Every week check your reviews. It's very, very, very important. Like coaches also used to say, review your performance, review your rate your performance. Just sit on Sundays and write down your journaling. So everything will helps you to pick up that momentum. And in our community we do have vacations, trips, and it also helps you make your life more exciting, and catching up memories and crafting the memories is also very, very important. And concentrate on the relationship part, and whichever ones you want to be, like 4 sections of your life, whether it is relationship, whether it is work, whether something else, then you should be concentrating and you should be doing the same routines and rhythms to develop in the same way. For example, if you want to be the perfect wife or perfect husband, then you need to be concentrating and you should be developing a schedule. It's not like Arthur was saying the same way, that same thing, that it may not sound romantic, but it need to be done to make it more strong. So you need to schedule some outings, go out, spend some time together, talk to both of you, review your relationship, like what are the things you liked about it, what are the things you not liked about it. Just think so that your relationship will be more strong and both will feel that you are heard, right? So that is what author was saying. Once everything is scheduled, you need not worry. What need to be doing is just do. So you should not be like worrying what I need to do next day or after Monday. Everything was scheduled. You know that routine, morning what you need to do, afternoon you need what you need to do. You know that beforehand. So it would your life would be very, very easy and you can be so productive and momentum starts. So registering up rhythm. This means that author has developed a system wherein he has some checklist so that he would be checking himself whether he is doing getting into the momentum or not. So whatever behavior you want to register every day, you need to be moving closer to it. That means you need to check also whether you are doing it or not. Also, you need to be checking. Here I have given you the table. You can check. So how author has see Monday to Sunday how he has planned the table. Here we also have our own routines or actions or behaviors we do have, right? We can write and we can mark up, like make up this table like this, and we can count on what are the total things we need to be done and what we are doing and how deficient we are. We can like we can actually assess ourselves like how good we are moving towards the rhythm, and we can register it that way. So the rhythms of life, never overdo it. So we always, whenever we start new endeavors or new things, like even though if we start diet also the first day we would be very strict. Even like Sudarshan also, the first day he would be very, very, very strict. After 10 days when someone asked just a word also, he'll be disturbing his diet. In the same way, you should not be like, you should not be overdoing it. You should be consistently putting effort. Even the small thing also matters. Like if you are doing exercise, you need not do like 4 hours, 5 hours exercise in a single day. It is for lifetime, right? You should be making it as a routine. You should give some time and you should be consistent. So compound effect works only with smarter choices, which we do consistently. You win when you take your right steps today, day in and day out. So you need to be taking the right steps every single day. You set yourself up for failure if you do too much in too soon. Means you're doing like, as I said, 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, and you are very new to that workout, then definitely you are ending it. You are going nowhere. So you should be doing consistently. Small efforts should be done so that you can do it more number of days for lifetime. So consistency is crucial component for success. Yeah. So the power of consistency, like here the author has explained this example very beautifully. So here you and I both take the flight, and the first flight will be directly moving to like Delhi per se, from Hyderabad to Delhi. But the second flight will be dropping in between, like say in some other place, I don't know, like some other stops. It will be stopping and then picking up, stopping and picking up. Even though you travel 500 kilometers per hour, and every single time you stop, then you need to pick up momentum. You need to be speed up. You need to be having some extra energy, extra fuel. You can't reach more faster than me. Even though I travel 200 kilometers per hour, I am not stopping anything between. So I have the same momentum all through my journey, and I'll be reaching the goal very easily, destination. So never lose that momentum. It requires a lot of energy and it kills your momentum whenever you lack your consistency. So our coaches also say, so if you do core second month, you need to be consistent. Third month, whenever you are not consistent, it is too difficult to pick up that speed or momentum. You should be very, very, very cautious. Like it is lost, like Big Mo is lost, we can't get him that easily. It is very, very difficult. Big momentum, I'm saying. So whenever momentum is lost, it is very difficult to get him back. Yeah, so pump well explanation is very well done here. So there is a massive cost of inconsistency. Like you know this pump well, right? When we apply that some force on the handle, we'll get some water. So after applying so much energy and time, we'll get some drops of water, right? So we someone who is applying that force will feel that after putting so much energy, so much time, only 2 to 3 drops only, how could I continue this? They will drop there and they'll go. What will happen? The water goes to the same place, right? Then to start with, again he need to apply the same force. So initially, while we are getting like 3 clients, 4 clients, we used to think, the people in my team also think, how much time we have kept, how much energy we have kept, we get only 2 to 3 clients. After that, only that momentum starts, right? So after that 2 to 3 drops, also you apply the same force, same energy, then the water flows, like that momentum comes and we can see that magic happens. So you should be having that patience and you should be pumping the lever consistently, then you can see that compound effect and no one can stop you. You become that unstoppable. Winning the race is all about face. You should be maintaining. Let it be. You be tortoise. Don't be a rabbit. But be consistent and put on the effort. Make right choices. Holding right behaviors. Practicing perfect habits. Staying consistent and keeping your momentum is easier than, yes, keeping the momentum is not that easier. It is easier to say, but to do it takes a lot of effort. Let's put us, because here we all want to be big achievers, not that common person, right? So if you want to become that achiever or the greatest person with more exceptional personality, definitely you need to put some effort. So I have some assignments at the end of the chapter. Just build your book in mornings and evenings, how it should be. List 3 areas in which you are not consistent enough and just pick them and write it down and you can send to your coach, and not wrote down half dozen key behaviors to set a rhythm. So what is stopping you to set the rhythm? That you should write down 6 and send to your coach. So this is the assignments. I have taken like 10 minutes extra, I think so. So this is the end of the presentation. Thank you so much.